Welcome back to the Lakeshow podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. Have you guys ever tried to talk and laugh at the same time?
Yes.
It's really hard.
It doesn't work.
All right, time for a round of Bucket or Brick presented by Jack in the Box. I was thinking of something about you. That's what made me laugh.
Interesting.
Bucket or Brick, the Lakers will win more. Have you played this before, BK?
I have.
Okay. Bucket or Brick, the Lakers will win more than 43 and a half games this upcoming season. They won 47 last year.
Dang. Not even waiting.
Bucket. Disrespectful. Bucket.
That's it? That's all. I
bet
wasn't
10K
sure if there
on
was
it
more
already.
analysis coming.
I
That's
bet.
it.
I bet on it already.
I got
Thousands. I'm just kidding. I did not. I didn't. But they're going to win more than 43 and a half. And injuries.
I think 43 and a half. Like basically there are the strong vibes around the Lakers this season that basically Anthony Davis and LeBron James are going to play like 12 games. And that is why everyone's picking the under. People have them at 11th or 12th in the conference.
Do they think they're going to get hurt? Is that what they think?
I think that's what it is. It's like they're not going to get lucky 2 years in a row. And obviously those guys can get hurt.
See, but I can't bet like that.
No,
you know what I mean?
But if they stay reasonably healthy, they won 47 games last year, and I think will get better with better coaching.
And they're going to have a better team. Guys are going to be, Vando's back.
Sure.
Vincent's going to play.
I just don't see why they're going to fall. If it was 47 and a half, I'd have to think about it. 43 and a half, definitely going.
I'm not saying they're going to have the same health as last year in terms of those two guys, but those guys are going to play. Those guys are going to play, and they're going to be healthy for most of the year. I've put it out there.
The Lakers have 6 preseason games this season. Bucket or Brick, LeBron and Anthony Davis will both play in half of the preseason games this season, 6 of them. So that would mean 3. They would play.
Go ahead, BK. They do this to me every year, ask me the same question. And
I will say Bucket. And I realize they're coming off the Olympics, and Anthony Davis has already said, like, we may have to moderate a little bit and all these other things. I gave this a Bucket. You can really tell with the levelness of the floor in here, the way the ball rolls around after you're done. It's coming back.
Still
to
rolling.
Me. It's coming back.
yeah.
Here it comes. I am bucketing that into existence because I want them to play. They need to play. Obviously, the roster has some continuity, but the coaching staff and these guys don't. And every little bit counts. We talked about this over under, approximately 90 seconds ago. The way to maximize the Lakers and the things that they can do is little stuff like this. They need to get off to a good start because the second half of the season, the schedule is brutal. So go win some games early. Don't wait.
Got him at playing that.
Did you need a calculator to figure this out?
That one.
He has to see it
I
visually.
don't.
Okay.
You know what? I was going to bucket it, but I now I'm looking. I got a Brick. I got him playing in 2 of them.
2 each? Remember what happened a couple seasons?
I think AD maybe
That's not
3.
bad.
You remember 2 seasons
I can
ago
see
when they
AD
didn't
3,
take
LeBron
the
2.
preseason seriously?
That's not happening.
You remember what happened? I believe it was 2 and 10.
We went to the Western Conference Finals.
2 and 10.
They went to the Western Conference Finals.
They did. But that's
Remember
not,
we were
not exactly the
by
way you
we were
want to do
0 and
it.
8
That
the inaugural season.
0.08% chance.
At time when it was Time Warner Cable SportsNet. We were
I
0
was
and
doing
8.
post games for all
You
that.
started the season 0 and 8.
0 and 8, and Mike Brown was fired a few days later because they started then the season 1 and 4 until they won a few in a row.
Oh, then Mike joined me in
Right, and
Cleveland.
that was the great tenure of Bernie Bickerstaff.
Yep.
Winningest Lakers coach by percentage.
4-1.
4-1. Oh, Bernie.
Oh, I love those.
All right. JJ Redick, prior to becoming the Lakers head coach, spoke about the league's last 2-minute report, saying this: I hate it. I don't think we should do it. There's some times where the league will come out and they'll be like, that was the correct call. And we're like, no, we all watched the replay 17 times. It was not the correct call. What does the last 2-minute report do? Bucket or Brick, you hate the last 2-minute report like JJ.
Bucket. I don't know what it does. Well, okay. I know what it does. I don't know what it helps. Because what happens is you get more angry. Because, yes, we know that, ass. We watched it ourselves, idiots. We saw it right in front of us. You don't have to come the next day and say, man, we made a mistake. Yes, you did. If there was some repercussions and the game was played over again or, you can't protest. So it doesn't matter. So why even tell us? And then JJ's right. I hate when they do that. No, that was the right call. Or, you know what? That was the right call, but Brian Kamenetsky absolutely hit Geeter across the face. You know what I mean? Like they then go, well, but we did miss this one. Of course, we all know you're going to miss. They're human. There's bad calls all the time in every sport. Stupid. No need to do it. It's a waste of time, waste of resources. I'm over it.
So wait, is it a bucket? I hate the yes.
Yes.
Okay. I feel bad for the refs. And it's like, I understand why the NBA, and particularly when they started it, why they want this sort of transparency. And to some degree, I kind of like it, if nothing else, because you sort of learn, like on a really technical level, what certain rules are and why this was a travel, why this wasn't, why this should have been called. And, it's even, I think people who are steeped in the game sometimes don't always interpret the rules the way that they're written and the way that referees are taught. I just feel bad for the refs because it's like, what does this gain them? They screwed up the call, and then it feeds.
By the way, they have plenty of games, Brian, where they do great at the end. No one's applauding it. No one talks about it.
Correct. The only time people pay attention to the 2-minute report is when somebody screws up. And the biggest problem for me is and I guess taking it away would do the same thing, but it feeds the conspiracy theories that fans have. Like, oh, now they admit that they missed the call, but it's too late to do anything now, and team X, Y, and Z are hurt by it. Like, it just. It helps fuel that sort of conspiratorial thinking.
When LeBron got fouled, the final ticks of the game, which would have won the game in Boston that year, did we need to know the next day that the refs missed the call?
Yeah.
No. It's a meme. It's a GIF. We've all seen it. The camera with Pat Beverly. It's. You don't need to tell us. You messed up.
Tatum told us the night before.
Mm.
Pat Bev's shining moment as a Laker.
Mm-hmm. Seriously.
Not even
close.
close.
That was a good one.
Not even close. Best
when
thing
he did this,
to the
remember he did this,
organization.
then Austin Reeves did it to him.
Okay, how did I miss this? This is a good one. Mark Stein this week said the Lakers and Warriors were in talks about a trade to send LeBron to Golden State that was eventually shut down. According to Stein, sources say Rich Paul implored both teams to scrap the concept despite some owner-to-owner dialogue between Warriors Joe Lacob and the Lakers' Jeannie Buss, and Green's determination to lobby James to push for relocation to the Bay Area, largely because he wanted to insulate James from a potential backlash over switching teams for the 4th time in his career. Just to add some more intrigue, Steph Curry removed Warriors guard from his Instagram bio? For that in itself
He's playing center this year.
is a lot to digest. But there's a bucket or brick here. LeBron and Steph being NBA teammates is still not out of the question. Hang on, did that all happen?
I'm not buying any of it.
Geeter's been on vacation.
It's never.
Who goes first?
Now, could
You
someone
can go
have-
first.
Doesn't
Could people
matter.
have talked about, like, God, what if LeBron played for the Warriors, or how could you make that trade? I just don't see any. I don't know.
Why is Steph removing that from his bio? Oh, thank you, Dave. He added gold medalist. Take it. I love it.
Guys,
I'm gonna go
Because
ahead
you
and
can only have
bucket
so
it.
many
Steph
characters,
and LeBron
and everyone knows he's a warrior.
are never playing together in the NBA regular season, and it's I know it's great for a dream. It's just not happening. Ever. It's impossible.
It's
for it
not
to
impossible.
happen.
They actually
The
probably
only
text
reason-
each other, and it's like, let's
the only reason
mess
I
with
would
them.
say it's possible is because I actually think that LeBron, if he wants to, there is a non-0% chance, for example, that he'll be able to play in the LA Olympics in 28. Probably would be his last season. Finish that season, go play in the Olympics, and then you retire. 4 years is a long time for stuff to happen. Because Steph's got
You think
3 or
LeBron's
4
playing till 28?
No, I don't. I wouldn't put money on it. But do you think it's impossible that he would play until 28?
Yes,
Why?
because he's not going to play till 28. It's too long. It's four more. Are you kidding me?
If he
Do the math on the games.
because he
40 years old.
chooses to retire, the fall off hasn't happened yet. I think there's if you'd asked the Lakers when they signed him, if this is year 7, right? Would he still be this good at age 40? They would have said, yeah, no.
No,
It
yeah, I agree
wouldn't still
with
be going. I think the Lakers are surprised by it. I think LeBron is still surprised. If you truth serum is surprised by it. So if that's the case, and he's still doing this, and he wants to keep playing, assuming there's no big injury, assuming the fall off doesn't just all of a sudden happen one day, is it totally out of the question that he could play another 3 or 4 seasons? I don't think so. And if that's the case, then maybe Steph plays down here for a year.
I think he's got 2 years tops.
Here's my investigative reporting that no one asked for when it comes to Instagram. You can only have so many characters in your Instagram bio, now that I'm looking at all of this. Steph, LeBron collabed on their most recent post with Kevin Durant, so we're all waiting for KD to accept the collab of the three of them with their gold medals. LeBron's avatar is now of the three of them with their gold medals, or the three of them, and Steph's is his with the American flag. It's his first time winning an Olympic medal. Having said all of that, he has believer, father, husband, founder, philanthropist, and ... Olympic gold medalist. Philippians 4:13. There's no room for any other characters. And what else are you going to take out besides all of that context that's in there? Because it all belongs in there.
Do we
And
really
everyone
need,
knows he plays for the Warriors.
Yes.
Do we really need to know?
But he's
who's a
coming off the
philanthropist?
Olympics, so he's saying I am a member of Team USA.
My first ever Olympics, and I win a gold medal. My last probably ever Olympics. And I'm going to let you all know that I'm an Olympic gold medalist.
And for the amount of grief they've taken around the world and everywhere. And
He's
they went and did it together.
Mad
What's
at
on the list?
Warriors.
They'll be bonded for life because of it, but they're not playing together in the regular
What
season.
was the
I
full
would love
list?
to see it.
Huh?
What was on that
Bring
list?
Steph to LA. I'm
What
all
was
for
on
it.
that list?
Yeah.
What did he have in his bio?
I'll tell you what he could take off.
Believer, father, husband, founder, philanthropist. Philippians
Believer,
4:13.
father, husband.
Founder.
Well, can't you shorten the Bible reference? You could do the abbreviation and just stick GSWG in there.
You could also take out and ... and just put GSW, but it
Right.
doesn't look cool.
Because he wants to build up
It's
the
all,
right.
yeah. It's all for fun.
He could
let's all be
replace
smart.
philanthropist with giver.
Listen, if Steph wants,
I need to know all those.
if Lakeup wants to trade, LeBron, Steph Curry to the Lakers, I'm all for it.
Like, I'm just trying to save
yes,
characters
yes,
for the guy.
too.
Only way we'll ever see them together is in a Laker uniform. That's the only way.
I just know the amount
saying.
of words
It will
and
look
ways.
terrible
in
in
which-
a Warriors
Steph
uniform. I'm
would
done with that
come
look.
I don't think LeBron is ever going to play anywhere else, but I think
He's
Steph.
not.
What about Steph coming?
The only time Draymond
I'm all
and
for
LeBron
that.
are going to hang out and have fun together is on their yachts, which they're doing right now.
Yeah.
The only thing though I will say, the golf and like the proximity to easy golf courses that are like phenomenal is better up there than down here. Shorter drives and things like that
For stuff.
for Steph. No disrespect to the local golf community, it's excellent, but like there are some courses up in that part of
There
the
are.
state.
A lot of courses here too.
But
Ryan.
just saying.
Okay.
Really quick trip to Palm Desert where there's about 10 world-class courses.
I was about to say, who can take a quick trip to Palm Desert, but you can if you can fly there.
Touche. We're going to get Geeter all fired up to end this
Morongo's up
podcast.
there.
Celtics are in the early process of selling the team, and a name that came up as a possible suitor was Jeff Bezos, the head of Amazon. Bucket or brick, Jeff Bezos buying and owning the Celtics would be a good move.
Oh, brother.
Would you buy anything from Amazon ever again?
Yes. There is no owner of like, I'm not cutting Prime out of my life for that. I already wore the green shirt and had Sasha yell at me. It's like, it's fine. I'm out of buckets, so I'm just going to say brick because that's all I got left. Be a terrible move.
Wow.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
I'd be open to any other team. But we don't need the richest guy to get this.
It's also too, it's like, he's not like a fun and joyful figure like Steve Ballmer. I mean, I realize he gives, he's building arenas and he owns the crosstown team. Now we can actually say that and all this other, but like, there's a certain joy to the fellow.
So I got some more important news.
Oh, dear.
Do you need a brick or anything?
We need to applaud and celebrate Allie's dad,
Oh,
Bill Clifton.
My dad.
Bill Clifton Way. He's been a principal for how long?
He was a principal. He was in an education and principal for over 40 years.
Over 40 years
40
at Van Wert High
years.
School in Ohio. And he just had a street.
He just had the drive. Into the high school
into the high
named
school.
after him.
That is so cool.
Yeah. I'll brag about him
By
because
the way, you guys run that town.
Bill runs that town. Bill runs it. Yeah. My
So
dad.
he's on
I'm
Google
so
Maps.
proud of him. Oh my
And
gosh.
Waze.
Wow. He might be.
I can Waymo to your dad.
I'll have to give him direction on that because this happened a couple days ago and I got a call right before we came in for the podcast, which I wasn't able to accept just from him yet. And a text that followed that said, "Heard that you had a nice post on Instagram. Is there a way for me to see it? I have Instagram." I tagged you, Dad. on Instagram.
Doesn't he follow you?
He follows me on Instagram.
So, Dad, just...
I'm like, I don't know. Find your face. Find your picture. And look at the post.
How many characters has he used up in his bio?
He has 9 Instagram accounts, no lie. And he's been locked out of all of them.
So, Bill, go into Allie's page.
Yeah,
and
so go
you
into
right
my
there,
page.
Dad, you did it again. And goes into a beautiful, beautiful tribute to you. An afternoon, a moment in time, celebrating you for your dedication, commitment, and love you poured into a place you cared and always will about. And then she goes into more, and it's really cool. So, Bill, I don't want to spoil for you, but get the Kleenex out. Pour yourself a nice drink and read through Allie. And by the way, go through all of her Instagram. She's a great follow. You'd be super proud of her. She's got a lot of followers. Everyone loves her.
Unless you ask Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Then it tells me all the things that are not good. Having said that, yes, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I'm going home actually tomorrow. So I get to, Bucket Bill. Wow. I get to see my dad and Bill Clifton.
See that, Brett?
So yeah, shout out.
That is so cool.
Do you care at all?
The funny part about all of this is that Geeter tells everyone that I have a statue at Vanderbilt High School, and it is absolutely false.
Well, by the way, I kind of like think
and my dad
you
has
do.
trumped us all and now has a road named after
Is that
him.
really false? Because I feel like you do.
I do not have a statue.
Oh.
No. The only
at your
legend
college
that
you do.
exists is my father.
Is it more
What?
of like a bust, like a Hall of Fame kind of bust?
No.
Like
I have
is it
none
just
of
your
that.
face?
She's in like 4
I have my
Hall of
picture
Fames.
on the wall.
Yeah.
I have a big thing in the gym, I guess. For
Whoa,
me.
Statue.
wait.
But it's not a statue.
You have a big
That's
thing
what that's
at the
called,
gym?
a statue.
There's
a
a
big thing in the
big
gym.
cougar head with an accomplishment. Basically, kind of like a. We don't retire jerseys there,
Oh,
but
interesting.
there's something hanging
Yeah.
in the gym for me. Yes.
For you.
Yeah.
Like a giant cougar head.
Yeah.
Big things are usually statues. Brian. So
Ayo. Just kidding.
Like the like is it like a
Shout out to you,
mascot
Bill.
head?
I get to see you tomorrow. What?
It's a mascot style cougar head.
Yeah.
when you get to see your dad?
Tomorrow. I'm going home.
Fun.
Yeah, so you have to be here working.
now I have to be.
Okay, so now we're going to trade off. Yeah. Good to see you, BK.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're
That
done.
was it?
That's it.
right.
That was it. Easy day.
So fast.
We love all of you. Thanks to you for listening to the Lake Show podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating and review and do it on your favorite podcast
hear
app. We
from
want to
Allie
hear
in 2
from you.
weeks.
Send us your questions. Hit us up on X at Relay Clifton at Keeter3, at Mike _Bresnahan, and at Brian Kamenetsky at Cam Brothers. We're off next week. We're back in September.
That sounds weird.
That's really
That
strange.
sounds weird.
Fuck it.